everybody, to the Main Event Push podcast. This is going to be our second episode today. We're one man short. Brother Wesley is out of town, so he's handling some business. But I got my two co-hosts here. Show boys.
It's your boys, the tribal chief, Half Lawless.
Yes, sir.
The Space
Man,
Pacer.
the Space Pacer. And since seeing as, we're not really going to go over any wrestling news or anything like that today. We all saw SmackDown. Yeah, a bunch of malarkey, honestly. So
I mean, we can talk about it if you want to talk about it. It's just not going to be nothing nice.
it's like
I'll say we can save a bash video for another day.
yeah.
I want to do some positive videos. Talk about some good times.
Let's talk about some good times today. Not that same promo that keeps getting cut. But anyway,
Before we get started, my man, introduce the boy Craig.
Oh yes, my friend Craig is here. Just kind of listen and record the podcast, honestly. So thank you, Craig. Everybody say thank Craig in the chat.
Hey, Craig.
Yo, Craig, the boyo.
Oh my fucking! I just unrelated to the podcast, guys. I just blew myself in the game I'm playing. But
oh god.
But
yeah,
don't
man.
mind.
I hate when I blow myself.
But
This is a PG podcast. Anyways,
Okay.
We'll see if that makes the cut or not.
It's undecided.
But all right, fellas, we're here today, just going down memory lane, talking about some WrestleMania memories. We're still in WrestleMania season. Want to keep the hype train going?
Sir, you want to start, Mr. Flawless?
I think I will start. I've had this on my mind for a while now. My favorite WrestleMania memory, without a doubt, has to be WrestleMania 22, where my boy Rey Mysterio won the World Heavyweight Championship.
Classic.
Well,
wait, and that was against the triple threat.
It was the triple threat: Kurt Angle and Randy Orton.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, what a match!
And it was like I just remember like the build going into that. You know, obviously, Eddie had passed, and that was sad. And and let me ask you guys, like, how do y'all feel about that? Because like looking back, I see like a lot of people were split on the whole using Eddie kinda to push Ray, and some people thought it was distasteful, disrespectful. As a kid watching, I never interpreted it that way because I knew Eddie and Ray were tight; they were best friends. So in my eyes, it made perfect sense for Ray to be repping Eddie.
And in all honesty, I hate to even make a comment like this, but who knows if Ray would have ever got to the world title without it?
I mean, I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at it as distasteful.
Now, granted, I think Ray's talented enough where he should, have been able to, get it without it. But that definitely was that. But that definitely was a catalyst. I'm not gonna say it wasn't.
So also with, I'm sorry. Go ahead, James.
Oh no, I was gonna say my personal opinion, and maybe I'm just that person, but I didn't personally like the fact that they used Eddie because I felt like his name was already dragged through the mud because of Randy. And I remember being a kid and being like, and I mean, even though like I had a good understanding on wrestling, I was just like, I feel like once this is just my opinion. I feel like once you've passed, you know what I mean? I don't feel like, not that you can ignore it, but like my thing is like with what they've done with Bray Wyatt, like just honor what he's done, honor it, you know what I mean? Let people, express themselves about his passing, but I don't feel like it should be wrapped into a storyline, and especially to push a wrestler who I mean, it's sad that he probably wouldn't have reached that level. I mean, we don't know, but I mean, Rey Mysterio has done a whole lot more than just win that title. You know what I mean? So that lets me believe that he could have done it. Because if that was all he's done, then yeah, horrible.
If anything, I don't think Rey Mysterio will be remembered for it. I mean, he will remember for that win, obviously, at WrestleMania, but I don't think he'll be remembered for his actual reigns because nobody really like his second reign was honestly 10 times better than his first, and that one wasn't even that good. But
But his second reign was like wasn't that like one night? did,
no, that
he,
was the
did,
WWE
did he
title.
lose? Did he lose the Kane the same night?
No, 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 no. He was champion for like 3 4 months before that. He took the title off of let me do my googles. He took the title from Jack Swagger.
What? Yeah, but yeah, then he lost it to Kane.
Yeah,
Kane cashed
but
in Money in the Bank right afterward.
he did. But he held the title for like 4 months. He didn't just win it and then immediately
No,
lose
dude,
it. No.
it was the same night. I thought.
Oh, oh,
I
okay.
thought it was because I thought at the Money in the Bank pay per view, I thought Ray beat Jack for the title, unless I'm mistaken about that part. And then Kane cashed in literally that same night.
Yeah, it was a fatal four way that year, 2010. Rey Mysterio won a fatal four way match against Swagger, Big Show, and Punk to win the title.
And what is
Okay.
it?
Mhm. And then he held it. Oh, he only held the title. No, it wasn't 3 months. He only held
You guys, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he held the title for about 28 days. Um, yeah, because Kane, like you said, the next month pay per view, Kane cashed in Money in the Bank.
So he had like a
What?
month.
Yeah, why that one being better? Because I remember his first one, he didn't win at all.
Yeah, but at least he had the title longer.
Yeah, he definitely had it longer. You're right in that aspect. I gotta change because that doesn't make sense. I just remember him losing to King Booker and being very pissed off. That
Oh
was
god. Oh, I was pissed. I was
oh
oh man, I'm telling you, if there
he
was ever if they had wanted to push Chavo as top heel, that was the moment because that man
that
had all the
was
heat for me.
oh
He
that
had all the
look.
heat.
Do you remember that I Quit match on SmackDown? I almost cried, bro.
I couldn't I couldn't watch it. I had to turn the TV off.
I did too, bro.
I
He
was
was
I was so
way up.
traumatized as a kid watching Chavo hit Ray in the leg with the chair.
And I'm like, no, Ray's in the back. He did Ray's like, I quit, I quit. I'm like, whoa,
What like watching that was literally like watching your hero die.
right? It really was. What the fuck, WWE? Why they do us like
It was because you're thinking right like Ray's gonna pull it out at the end like it's gonna be a happy ending type thing. You're
mm-hmm.
like, nah, man. He said I quit, and I was just like, damn.
And then he was gone for like
Felt like
what the hell?
forever.
He was gone from August 2006. From October 20th, 2006 to August 26th, 2007.
Yeah, for the better part of a year.
Yes. I
I
don't
feel
know if it
like
was
it's. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like it's not talked about enough, but I mean Ray really did have a lot of injuries when he was, you know what I mean, like, a lot of injuries that like derailed good parts of his career.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. It's saying that they used the match to write Mysterio off to go have knee surgery.
Yeah.
That still sucks though, man. Like,
I mean, with that being said, do you think that's part of the reason why he dropped the title when he did? Because they knew he wasn't healthy?
let's see. He dropped the belt July. No, because he wrestled for another 3 months.
Yes. Look, it just doesn't make sense to me how they
It
could
doesn't.
have such an incredible. Because, like, looking back on everything he had to go through to get the damn title, I mean,
Yes.
like, how, like, you can't write it better than that. Dude won
Yeah.
the Rumble, came in at number two, and and back then, coming in at one or two actually meant something in the Rumble.
Mm-hmm. He eliminated
Now,
Triple H.
Well, hey,
That was a
hey,
big deal.
hey, Rhea last year came in at number one, remember, and lasted the whole way, and that's how she got her shot for the title, and she's held it ever since, right?
yeah, like
Yeah.
yes, like yeah, they've made it more normalized now. Like now it's kind of more. You see it more now, but like back then that was still like a very elite class to say. You
Yeah,
know,
who did it? Shawn Michaels?
Sean did it at one.
Yeah,
Uh, he who shall not be named did it at one.
yeah, yeah. Wink, wink.
I feel
But
like not to go too much into the Royal Rumble, but I really didn't like last year's Royal Rumble because you had Rhea coming at one, stay the whole time, win the thing. Then you have Cody coming at 30, the last person, win the whole thing. Like I just felt like that was just I just felt like it was a bit lazy.
They didn't care, but they just wanted to get who they wanted to win, and got the job done.
but but
What else you
but
remember
like
about that storyline, Ty?
Ray coming in at number two, I feel like was very like significant because I believe he was I believe that was the first winner from the two position, if my memory is correct. Might be wrong, but I believe he was the first from two to win. And and at the time, like I used to love the Rumble hype package where they like go by the numbers
Mm-hmm.
because for the longest time Ray actually had the record for the longest time in the Rumble match.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for the
I'm about to
longest
say that.
time.
I
Like he
think
had the he
Gunther break it last
for
year.
a year. It was broken recently. I forget who broke it.
If we want to count I don't know how much this is. I'll count this one, but the greatest Royal Rumble, the one they did like Saudi Arabia and
That,
shit.
that shit don't count.
Okay,
That
cool. I was about to say, if Dave and Brian broke their record, then yeah, that shit don't count.
Yeah, that one, I don't know. That was like a special edition of the Royal Rumble. That was a non-canon event.
Yeah, I remember that ugly ass belt.
that was just a fever dream that we all
Yeah,
had in
like
Saudi Arabia.
they gave Braun Strowman something because I remember at the time Braun Strowman they weren't trying to give shit to. I used to be really high on Strowman.
Wasn't Braun just like hard to work with? Wasn't that his problem?
Yeah, he used to hurt people supposedly.
I believe it. Big ass dude.
Right?
So tribal chief, let me ask you this. Do you,
Okay.
because I have mine and I think about it when I'm not even thinking about wrestling. But do you have a favorite moment in that triple threat match?
Yes.
Yes. The moment I love, well, a couple. I like the moment where they did the triple German suplex.
Yeah, that was
Mm.
gonna be what I was gonna say, dude. That stays in my mind because Ray literally touched the moon and then came back down.
Yo, he got launched.
He did.
Like the air he
Oh,
got from
like
that
how
was insane.
he flew, bro.
He flew.
He
Yeah, he
flew.
did not need to fly as far as he did, but he flew.
And
Shout out to Ray for that sale.
I loved how like doing them like both times. So if so like during the build of that, like on SmackDown, like on the SmackDowns leading up, Kurt made both Ray tap and Randy tap to the ankle lock on like separate occasions.
Mhm.
So I like how like during the match, each time Kurt was like trying to go for the win, the other would like distract the referee or like do something to the ref, and they'd like tap. Because I remember it was like one time I think like I think Randy was tapping, but then Ray like grabs the referee's face and like hugs him so he can't see it, and then
Mm.
like Randy does something similar when Ray was tapping.
Yeah, they definitely did a really good job with everybody in that match. I feel like it was just a very well constructed match, all
It's too
stars
short.
all around, and they used them well.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just so damn short, man.
Just
9 minutes.
damn short. Yeah. A world
Yeah,
title match at that. It should have been short, bro. That's the only black pop
Imagine,
ever had.
imagine if they would have gave that match 20, 25 minutes. That probably would go down as like one of the top goated WrestleMania matches.
but see, I like the fact. Well, I can only respect the fact and just take it for what it is, with it being short. Because God knows if they made it longer, there could have been filler, there could have been missed spots, there could have been stuff to take away from the match. Like one of the best parts about the match is because it was short. It was short and sweet. You feel me?
Yeah, no, I feel on that. 100%. And at the end of the day, we got to what everybody wanted to see. Rey Mysterio holding the world title.
And like, let's be honest, this is I don't know if this is just my opinion, but I don't think WWE is really good at all at putting on more than one person matches.
Multi-man matches.
They're
Yeah,
so
I
hit
don't
and
feel
miss with it.
yeah, I just don't feel like they do a good job at like staying account for everybody, keeping
They,
account of everyone.
I, I feel like in modern days, yes, I agree with that. They used to be a lot better at it back then. They used to have stuff more fleshed out.
I feel
Yeah,
like I feel like today is I don't know. I thought it was more formulaic. There's a period where it's very formulaic, where two guys be wrestling and the other guy be on the outside and just wrestling, or he beat up or whatever, selling.
Right.
And I feel like they're slowly, but they still kind of do it, but they're getting away from doing that as much.
Like an example of that is like the triple threat match between John Cena, Seth Rollins, and Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was dope, but let's be real. It's really only two guys going at it at a time in that match.
It was, but
Brock was laid out on the table for like half that match.
Brock pulled a Wardlow at Revolution 2024.
oh my god, don't get me started. Yo, and then another one of that was like so freaking annoying was who was it? When they did okay, one of the best moments in a triple threat match, freaking Shawn super kicking Triple H. I love that moment. That was crazy. But I mean, let's be real, they only did that so Triple H could get out the match, or it could be a singles match for however long.
Right? Does it? Oh, you talking about that year, the Survivor Series?
Uh Whatever one it was, that was
It was
the triple
DX
threat match.
versus
DX, yeah, DX versus
Cena,
DX versus John Cena.
and then on the SmackDown side, they did Undertaker versus another tag team, wasn't it? Was it Jericho?
I honestly couldn't tell you, man. I was there for John Cena.
I was there for But go on to the next segment. One of my favorite WrestleMania moments of all time was the very first WrestleMania that I actually saw live. Mind you, I was about like 16 to 17, so I did not pay for this, but I found a way to watch it if you catch my drift. Uh,
Hey man. If buying isn't owning, pirating isn't illegal.
Agreed. But WrestleMania 28, the end of an era match, the Hell in a Cell between Triple H and Undertaker, I
Mm.
thought was such a good match. The storytelling and Shawn Michaels was just amazing in that whole segment.
You know, I remember at first thinking, okay, they're kind of overbooking this match with everything
Mm-hmm.
they added to it, but it really worked out well.
Mm-hmm. Told a
They told
very
such
good
a good
story.
story.
I really thought after that Sweet Chin music to Pedigree, I thought that was it. I thought the streak was over. I was like,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and it very well could have been, but the power of the Undertaker.
the power of the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? He can kick out of a million finishers. And plus, I remember them going back from the storyline. I remember the build up to it. I was like, God, this doesn't really make sense to me because the year before it was Triple H versus Undertaker. And Taker won, but he left on like a stretcher. And that was a
Mm-hmm.
storyline they were trying to tell. Is like, I don't want to end him because I'm the game.
Yeah,
I
I
don't,
like
I don't
that
want to.
too. Like Triple H is like, look, man, you had a good career. Don't make me do it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? I mean, I don't know why Taker won the match either, but they did end up booking the match. And like I said, to my surprise, because that show in general was kind of up and down for me. Like the, everybody knows about that shitty beginning. Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. Good lord, what was that? But obviously, there was a catalyst for what we have in Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson today. And honestly, for
Yeah.
me, that entire show, I liked the once in a lifetime match. I thought it was okay. I thought it was cool. All by
Which one?
itself,
Which match?
the Cena Rock, the first one.
I mean, the build up to the match was insane. I was
Yeah,
like, oh my
right.
god, John Cena's trashing the Rock.
The fact that this is the first time I think they ever did this too, where they announced the main event of the show the night after Mania before.
WrestleMania. Yep. Yep.
Like Miz was still champion. Like you and me, WrestleMania 28.
Oh God.
And then
Yeah. And see, yeah.
that year
And honestly,
was bad, bro.
as iconic as Once in a Lifetime was and all that shit,
Mhm.
as a big Miz fan, especially at that time, I just hated all of it because I just felt like you were disrespecting the title so much.
Oh yeah.
They really just shitted on the whole Mrs. Reign.
You might as well,
Oh, just
especially with
taking the
what they
title
did
off him.
afterwards. You should have just lost the title in Mania.
He should have
Get
just
real.
lost the title.
Because he loses in a triple threat match against Cena, and he never really
Lo-
recovered from that.
At the next pay per view, I think, or
At the
like
very
close
next
to
pay
it.
per view, and I think he pinned the Miz. Didn't he pin? Looking at it
Like
right
yeah,
now.
like you could have had Cena win the match, and then you could have had him. You could have had Rock bother him right afterwards.
Literally,
Set it up.
it done the same thing. He could
It
have just
accomplishes all the same thing.
because he was eventually gonna lose the title to Punk anyway, so did it matter when he won? Oh, but so the Miz can have bragging rights saying he beat John Cena at WrestleMania. I mean, that's cool. He has that trophy. But
Um, Not to interrupt, but I do got to
oh,
peace
please.
out real quick, just for this little girl's mom. But
No, no,
All
no,
right.
no.
I will say, I was gonna say, discuss amongst yourself. But my favorite WrestleMania moment slash match has probably got to be Taker versus Shawn. I know it's probably cliche, but the way that they were building it up made me truly believe like Shawn is enough of an a hole to be able to beat Taker. Like he's just able to do it. But here, I'll be right back. I'll let y'all know. Give me 1 second.
Gotcha, brother.
All right.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. WrestleMania 26 no, it's 25 was the first match.
25 is iconic to me, dude. Fucking
Yeah,
love
me too.
25.
Just the show entirely, or just that match?
The whole show entirely.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing. The card itself, I feel like might not have been one of the best WrestleMania cards,
Mm-hmm.
but the build and the way they presented it really made it feel like a big deal as a show. Like the whole tagline, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a big deal
Mm-hmm.
when
I
you was
agree.
watching it.
I feel like there were only two spots in that match that didn't deliver. I feel like the Matt Hardy Jeff Hardy match was not as good as it should have been.
Yeah, it could have been way better.
That and the main event, Triple H and Randy Orton. And I only say that because of that stupid ass stipulation that they put at the beginning of the match where Triple H had been
Yeah,
disqualified after that heated ass storyline. This was the year that Randy Orton like punted his wife and kissed her on the lips.
dude. For like that match, that if anything, they should have just made it a no rules, like no holds bar match.
Yeah, they should have beat the shit out of each other. That'd been fantastic. Oh, I don't know why they had that decision. And then Triple H still wins.
Just to lose the title next month at Backlash. It makes no sense.
Vince was doing some stupid ass shit, man. But to talk about that match, greatest. That is one of the greatest matches in wrestling history. And I was
It
like, that's
it,
in
it
a lot of people. That's
that,
in my
that
top
that
five.
that is the first 5-star match I think I ever watched. Five
Yes,
stars.
I agree. That's that I've ever seen. Yes, I
Like,
agree with that
cause
wholeheartedly.
even the botches looked
Mm-hmm.
good. Like
Yes.
when Taker did the dive over the top rope and then Sean like
Mm-hmm.
moved the cameraman in the way at the
Mm-hmm.
last
Those
minute.
match. Yep.
Like that looked so real. I thought Taker broke his neck.
I did too. I was like, oh, he's dead. He's gone. He's not in here anymore.
Like it looked so good. I didn't even realize that was necessarily a botch. Like I just kind of thought that's how it's supposed to look.
Right. Me too. No, that match was fantastic.
The near falls, man. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, chills. When
Heels.
Sean kicks out of that tombstone, chill.
Mhm. When he hits Taker with the tombstone.
Yes, and what I love about it was the commentary. Yeah, Jr. is a commentary guy. There will never be another Jr. Respect to every commentator that comes after him, but no
Yep.
one can ever do it like Jr. did. He
Nope.
sold that match
Shout out to my
so
guy
damn
Corey
good.
Graves.
Like Corey Graves could never.
Never,
He could
never.
never sell
And
sell
he's
sell a
solid,
match
but
like that.
God, no, he can never. Michael Cole
Like
either. And I love
look,
Michael Cole.
like imagine replacing so many iconic JR moments with Michael Cole and Corey Graves.
You know they did that in the video game, and it
Stop
sounded
it.
so bad. Yes,
Stop
I
it.
remember they did like I forget what year it was, but it was like a 2K. I think it was like 16 or 17. And they had the showcase thing.
Hmm.
It was like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They didn't have the rights to JR's voice, so they had Corey Graves come in and like redo all the lines pretty much.
That is ill.
That shit sucked.
No.
I didn't finish it.
What? Who are they trying to fool with that?
He's talking as if he's in the storyline, as if he's there, like live seeing it. I'm like, this ain't the same, bro. Like y'all might as well. Why did they just cut? Like they could have just played a instead of doing like an in-game cutscene, just play the actual footage. You own it.
Yeah, yeah. Just play the footage.
Just play the footage. We play the matches. Just play the footage. That's all you had to
That
do.
is distasteful.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking about some more WrestleMania moments. Um, WrestleMania 30 for me. Seeing Daniel Bryan climb the or grab the proverbial brass ring, as we say. I mean, the man beat Evolution in one
In
night.
one night. Yeah, I get it. He's up there for that one.
Tapped out Batista, beat Triple H and Randy Orton. I, man, that show in general, Brock Lesnar Undertaker thing too. What else is
Even
in
though the
that
match
show?
wasn't great.
No, that match was boring. That's for me. That's when Taker's matches kind of started to become boring,
Yep.
even though it wasn't that many left. But like that one, I mean, it was literally just F5, kick out, F5, kick out, German suplex, boom, kick out.
And and,
Okay,
and look,
tombstone, kick
look
out.
and looking back on it,
Mhm.
it's like you could. I don't even know where they went wrong. What like did Taker get injured? I know he got concussed at some point in the match,
Yeah, he
but
got
like
cussed.
was like early on in the match he got concussed, and that's why he couldn't really work the way he could
I think
because
that's what it was.
you can see like the whole match Taker's just kind of off. He's not
It felt slow. It felt sloppy. Like it felt like.
felt sloppy.
And as I'm kind of looking back at the card, I'm gonna take back what I said. Daniel Bryan kind of carried this show because
Oh, he definitely carried the show.
like
Like
the next best match
Cena and Bray Wyatt.
was terrible.
What was kind of booty.
It
I
was
have
booty.
returned.
He has
The
returned.
Space Racer has returned from his from his dadly duties.
Badly duties, guys.
The
Badly
patriarch
duties.
has
My thing
returned.
is, I think I can speak for all parents when I say, don't have kids unless you got space in your heart.
Damn right. I agree with that wholeheartedly, sir. We were talking about WrestleMania 30 and how Dan Bryan
Hey,
carried the fuck
y'all,
out that show.
y'all dang near jumped up 5 years since I've been gone.
Yes, sir. but please go on about your love. Please, we can circle back. Talk about your love
So
for that
this
match, bro.
So this is what it was for me, bro. I think one of the things that really got me about Sean facing Undertaker, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like the biggest time that a face was going against Taker. Because before it's always the big bad, I'm about to end this streak. I'm about to
Mark
ooh,
Henry.
ooh,
Oh,
wow. Mark Henry, like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that whole thing. I was like, dude, it's Sean. You know, Sean's no pushover. This man is literally Mr. WrestleMania. I'm not too big of a Sean as a person. Like I wouldn't like if I knew Sean was over here signing an autograph somewhere, I wouldn't get in the line. But as a performer, yes, this man's out there. But
One
the
of the best ever.
thing the thing was that it was for me was, and I will say as a kid, I know that normally the person who gets like the last upper hand is normally the one that's going to lose the match. So on
Hmm.
the SmackDown before, when Shawn like it was like Undertaker coming out and like Shawn like super kicks him on the ramp and he's like, yeah, yeah, I'm about to beat you, son. I was like, oh, Shawn's cooked. Shawn's cooked. It's over. But watching the match, dude, that match made me believe, bro. Like that match really made me believe because I was like, yo, Sean is he's such a scratchy person. You know what I mean?
Because
But
even his build up, because you know that match kind of led to what happened. Well, I mean, it led to the rematch, but even the way he got the rematch was kind of like sinister, kind of like you fucking dick. Like you didn't have to cost Taker the title just to get another match, bro. You, like
you didn't have to kick the perfect pin to get your way.
are you that upset, bro? Like he won. I remember that. I remember the night it was the Slammies, and he was accepting that award. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a rematch."
Yeah, but
Mhm.
like and see the I feel like the rematch and the build up for the rematch kind of destroyed everything that the main one built because like that one was just like I'm gonna end your streak. I know I can type stuff. It was all
Mm-hmm.
good and everything, but then when it turned into Sean, oh, I'm desperate. I have to beat the streak. Y'all don't understand. I need this. And I'm like, Sean, you really don't.
You're Mr. WrestleMania, bro. Like you gotta do what you want. But I mean, hey, whatever floats your
Yeah,
boat, bro.
I agree because I'm like, dude, did you have to put your whole career on the line just for another
Did you
shot at this?
really? Did you
He didn't
really, Sean?
have to, yeah, unless he just wanted to be done, and he wanted, like, I'm sure he wanted like Taker to have the match. Like that's what he wanted to be his last WrestleMania match. I'm sure that's what he wanted. But from a storyline perspective, it's like, why? Why do you care? Like nobody beats this
Right.
mother.
And like the thing that gets it for me is like you saw like oh, I know I can beat Taker. I'm willing to do this, that, and the third to be able to stop the Taker. But then the match ends with the last thing Sean doing is taunting Taker and taking one of the best pile drivers ever. My thing is
Mm-hmm.
it's like it made me feel like at the end it seems like he just gave up and he was just like, you know what, dude, I guess I can't beat you and took one of the nastiest finishers ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Sean,
Mm-hmm.
you were complaining about this for a year. You are finally here now. Well, what are you gonna do with your last breath? I'm gonna make fun of the Undertaker.
My man Taker had like 3 finishers stored up for that one too.
He did. He
Oh
did.
yeah, no, he really did. No, he picked Sean up, and it was like, "Do you want to use your super finisher?"
Like the way that man jumped in the air, I was like, yeah, he's not
Yo,
kicking up.
no, no, not at all. So I just feel like the rematch was their desperate attempt at trying to recatch fire in a bottle, lightning in a bottle. And it's like, dude, y'all could have left it where it was because that match, it was a stellar match, dude. In my opinion, it was a stellar match.
Top five.
5 star,
Like you like. I don't feel like anybody in this panel, any of us, would say that that match is not in our top five matches of all time.
easy,
I mean,
easy.
because it was up, and the fact, dude, and obviously, you know, it's not like Undertaker tried to break his freaking neck, but just the fact that Sean was like, you know what, I'm not gonna take this move, Mr. Cameraman, you are.
And brother Tribal Chief even brought up earlier that even the botches, because that was a botch, and that shit looked great.
It looks
Yeah, it
great.
looks amazing. And I feel like one of the reasons why is because that move that Taker does in and of itself. You got this big man over here feeling like he needs to jump over the top rope onto an outside opponent. Taker, what are you doing?
He
And
did
it
a
was
swan
crazy.
bomb.
He literally only started doing that move later in his career. He wasn't doing
Yeah,
that shit in the early half.
when he was more athletic. That's the crazy part. It's like,
That's crazy part.
Yeah, this man
Undertaker.
did not care.
So can we also say that Undertaker might be a top five? He's on my Mount Rushmore for just wrestlers of all time. I don't know about you guys, but he's definitely in mine. He's up there with Rock. I
I
say
think,
him, Rock.
yeah. I'm gonna agree with you, but I'm gonna just reword what you said.
Yes.
He's top five greatest characters of all time.
hmm he might to me be the greatest wrestling character of all time.
And I mean, I understand that, in which I'm agree with it, but I'm gonna add on a little bit to it.
Okay. hmm
Undertaker himself, Mark Galloway, I feel like he's just like, for him to play such different characters, such drastically different characters, and still have such memory and such legacy with them. I feel like it just goes into part with, like, his ability, his charisma. You know what I mean? Because when he was badass, listen, boy, you out, and
American
I'm gonna
Badass.
whoop your ass all over this damn arena, and you're over here like, dang, bro, Taker's
Oh
about to
shit.
do it. And
That's
then
what we got.
him in that same vein can be like, buckle up, Teddy. You know what I
Buckle
mean?
up, Teddy.
Like, the fact that he can be such drastically different characters, a dead man and a dude, literally a biker dude who just beats the crap out of everybody, Chuck Palumbo on steroids, like, who can talk,
That's
but
why.
like, just,
That's why I thought Chuck Palumbo was so cool back in the day because he was trying to be like fucking Taker. I thought he was cool as shit. Didn't even realize.
I ain't gonna lie, Chuck
Anybody driving a
Palumbo
motorcycle
scared me
can be
when
cool.
he scared me when he turned heel, because I was like, dude, this guy can actually beat people up, dude. He's pretty big, and his name is Chuck, bro. Chill.
I did. I also didn't realize that he was Chuck from Billy and Chuck.
Yep.
I did not
Okay, I'll
realize
go
that
get
at
it.
the time.
I'll go get it. You have to stay right here, though.
That is a complete 180, brother. You go
Wait,
from
what is?
when he was Chuck from Billy and Chuck.
Oh my god, I don't even remember that, dude.
Ooh,
The greatest tag team of all time. Hall of
Billy and
Fame.
Chuck, bro. Yeah. Oh
Billy and Chuck.
yeah.
Billy and Chuck for Hall of Fame.
I think they should. They put in who they putting in this year. A lot of these motherfuckers I've never heard of.
We're gonna have to spend a whole episode just talking about the Hall of Fame because this is one of the worst Hall of Fame classes I've ever seen.
Paul Heyman is carrying so hard.
Maybe the worst.
No, and that dude, I felt so misogynist, dude, when they showed that girl, and I was like, I don't have the slightest clue who this person is.
Bill
Don't don't
Donico. I
don't don't, don't
know.
feel that way because everyone else had the same reaction, dog.
Yeah, I didn't know she. I didn't know she even wrestled for the company. She was a one-time WWE Women's Champion, and she won a Slammy for the most devastating. It doesn't even say. It just says 1994 Slammy Award winner for most devastating.
Most devastating what?
It doesn't say anything else. It just says most devastating.
The most
Whoa.
devastating move in all sports entertainment.
Nah, don't
Okay.
finish it for him, bro. They wrote what they wrote.
But supposedly
No,
she's
but
a big name in Japanese wrestling, and I mean, in terms of here's my thing: we're talking about the WWE Hall of Fame, not the Pro Wrestling Hall of
Facts.
yeah, fair. Um,
Fame. Go
to
ahead, James.
kind of segue, because I know this will probably be a conversation for some. I know some people love him. I know some people hate him. But my worst WrestleMania moment ever.
Mhm.
Let's stay on the Taker concept. But Shane McMahon, I will never be interested in a Shane McMahon match. I will never be hyped when I hear his freaking music. When this old man, and even when he was young, dances around up on that ramp, I've never got it.
I
I'm
fucking
with you.
love
It just
that.
never made sense to me. I'm sorry. He's not a wrestler.
What? But okay. Wait. May I defend Shane? What? May I attempt to defend
Please,
Shane a little bit?
Can I say
please, you
one
got
more
it, bro.
thing? Can I say one
Go
more
go
thing?
go ahead. Go ahead.
He screams my daddy owns this company energy. For someone who wants to be put in so many wrestling matches, you'd think that it actually would seem like he's trying to wrestle. But I mean, my man doing a big drop kick and jab in the air. I'm sorry, bro. It's not gonna do anything for me.
it's the jazz for me and the fact that people sell them shits. Like ain't
Oh
no
my
fucking
god, people sell it better than he can do it.
right. Oh my god.
The jabs, I'll give you that.
It's like
But
it's
but
like
but
anytime
but
Shane is in a match, it makes me feel like you're playing a game with a kid that they've never played before, and they're obviously doing horrible, and you're like, yeah, you win. What do you know? You did it. Oh my god, you're so awesome at this game.
I will give him credit, and I'll let you go after this time. Sorry. I will give him credit in the fact that he is a spot monkey. He is definitely a stunt double. Like he will do all the crazy shit. I
that's
never
what I'm
forget.
saying. That's what I was gonna get to. It's like, dude, you're the boss's son. You don't gotta be jumping off the shit if you don't want to, bro.
It, I mean,
Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
he can't. He
Like.
I think that was his only thing though, because he couldn't wrestle.
Say that. I was like, I mean, as sad as that seemed, I mean, yeah, it was like crazy for the moment, but I mean, my man, what else did he have? Like, let's be real. The dude could jump and trash can a freaking trash can into your face with two of his feet.
I'm gonna say, look, I mean, let's not act like the coast to coast wasn't cool though. Like we all like the coast to coast.
It's
It was cool.
cool, but
Yes,
I feel like
we all like the coast to coast, but like, bro, I don't know. I my man is just not enough. I
you know
mean,
what the
it's just
you know what the coolest coast to coast was for me
What's
when
what.
that?
Roman Reigns speared his ass out the fucking sky. That shit was crazy.
Uh, that one, but I'll take it when Sean sweet chin music out of nowhere when he did the coast to coast. Cause
We can
that shit was
agree that
truly out of nowhere. Like you don't even see Sean in the camera angle. You see Shane jump, and then you just see Sean kicking midair.
so we can all
Yeah.
agree that some of our favorite moments of Shane is when he's not doing what he's supposed to. Because I loved when he jumped off
Destroyed.
the Hell in a Cell and went through the table. I ain't gonna lie, that was one of my favorite moments.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like for real. He can think of
Dude,
any other
yeah, my
moment Shane
favorite
I like.
Shane moments is him getting destroyed because when Kurt did the belly to belly through the glass, bro, come on now, bro, you
Did
can't
y'all
tell me that was dope.
and y'all are adult wrestling fans. I'm sure y'all have heard like the story behind that. How like they did it like he knocked him out or he concussed him with the first one because it didn't break the glass.
Yeah, and it didn't
I
break, so he had to do it again.
oh
And that's what I'm saying. Like I just said, the respect I have for Shane for doing the shit he did outweighs makes me be able to look past his flaws in the ring.
that's
But
fair.
let me hit you with
Because
this though. Let me hit you with this.
I mean the man had balls. You can't say he didn't. You can't say he was no bitch out there.
I
That
get
man took
that,
ass whoopings.
but my thing is this though. Him doing crazy stuff and the crazy stuff that he does being his main wrestling point and all that. The reason why I don't like it is because I feel like that goes to show how much even more that he shouldn't have been in there. He wasn't a wrestler. He wasn't a performer. He wasn't some like, if the best things you do is stuff that could kill you, I mean, yeah, for, a viewer standpoint, that's amazing to watch. But it's like if Darby Allen couldn't wrestle and all he did was just stuff to hurt himself. Like at some point, it's like, bro, do you think
Well,
maybe a suplex would have worked better?
I mean, depending on who you ask, they say Darby Allin. Some people say Darby Allin can't wrestle.
Darby
Well, we're
Allin
Jim
not
can
Cornette.
talking
wrestle.
about the
He
AEW
but he
marks. We
definitely
we we all have two eyes.
yeah, he can definitely wrestle. He doesn't need to do all that crazy shit if we're being real.
He
It's
just
cool to
he just
see.
does it really well.
He just does it really well, but God, he don't need to though. He gonna shorten his career, bro. Like I
And he's going to shorten his career because my man's trying to go to Everest.
yeah. Thank God he got up from that fucking spot at Revolution. Good God, I don't know why he took. Why he took that.
um,
But let's get back to Mania moments.
Yes, sir. Okay.
anything with Shane, I'm a big hater, bro. That's my closing moments. Like anything with my man Shane, please get it off the screen, bro. Get him out of here. Actually, one of my favorite I'm so sorry. One of my favorite WrestleMania moments
Please,
had to be when he freaking pulled his freaking whatever when he was bouncing off the ropes, bro. I was like, get this old man out of here. Like, dude, if you need a wake up call to realize that you shouldn't be doing the stuff that you're doing, that was it. That was it for my man.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back on that. I think you think, brother. Let's go ahead and get this up. I would say another bad WrestleMania move for me. Uh, and I only say it's bad because I had such high hopes. I had such high hopes for this match. Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. WrestleMania
Okay,
30.
Trash.
now this is one where y'all gonna have to kind of give me the background because I definitely was not
But
watching during this time.
I got you, bro. So I, from my perspective, I'll give you my perspective. I remember a year ago, prior, and I know you're not the biggest fan of this guy, but he had one of the greatest matches I ever seen in my life against CM Punk, and I guess no DQ match. You know what I'm
Who
saying?
did?
So I'm thinking,
Who did?
Brock Lesnar. I'm sorry, yeah, Brock Lesnar at
Okay.
SummerSlam, and that match was a 5-star match, fantastic. I loved it. Still love it to this day. So I'm thinking with the way that they're building this match, you know what I'm saying? They're doing the whole, oh, Dean's going to all these hardcore legends, like he met up with Mick Foley and Terry Funk,
Yes.
and he gave him like a plank with barbed wire on it and everything. And he's like, yeah, you got to destroy this guy. You know, so I'm thinking, no DQ. This about to be a barn burner. People are gonna bleed. It's gonna be awesome. And that was one of the slowest, boring matches I've ever seen in my life.
Mm. Yeah,
That
because
that
like I remember the build for that too was like really good because like each week Dean would be like fight like meet a hardcore legend and they
yes.
would like pass off like like their like iconic weapon to him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mick Foley gave him the barbed wire bat.
Yep.
Um, Terry Funk. What did Terry Funk give him? A
Wanna watch Corey?
chainsaw or some shit.
He gave a chainsaw. Yeah.
It was like
Okay, question.
yeah.
Yes.
So Dean, you said Dean was going against hardcore legends basically in the build up to his WrestleMania match against
No,
Brock Lesnar.
no, no. He was like meeting them like in the back. Like he would like talk to
Yeah.
them and they would like give him advice on like how to fight the beast. And then they would like pass off a weapon to Dean.
Oh,
If anything, it felt like it was going to be like Dean's, like yes, he's been established as a guy, but it felt like that was going to be the match to propel him to superstardom.
Yeah, like that was gonna be the match that made him the hardcore guy going forward, you
Yeah,
know?
kind of like Edge versus Mick Foley a couple like that year's
Yeah, like
WrestleMania.
that.
I thought it was going to be that type shit, and we got a 13-minute no holds barred street fight that didn't even feel like a fucking street fight.
so wait, what? So what? How did the match go? Because if you're telling me it was a Brock Lesnar match, I'm thinking suplex, F5, F5, F5. I might win,
Yep,
I might not win.
yep, with barely any hardcore things happening in the match. I think there was a table. Was there a table?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember that well either. I think there was a table, there was a couple chairs in there, but there was never a moment where you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
And that's kind of what I expected the whole match to be, was like a oh shit match.
Imagine you book a hardcore match, but both of the guys are too scared to like take any serious bumps.
Yeah. Because supposedly, the way Dean tells it, Brock didn't want to like pretty much do anything in the match.
yeah, that's what I heard too.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my keys,
And
hon?
it's just like, why did we even we could have
So
done
why
without
are we
this.
here?
Yeah, why are we here? Such a waste of time. That show in general was just cursed because that show was bad from top to bottom.
Um, Obviously you guys can continue on it if you want, but I do have another horrible match moment. I guess you could say the match, but I feel like I just said one and then Torian said one. So do you have one?
Yeah, please. At the top.
Ah,
Uh,
horrible mania memories.
where's the keys?
Hmm. Hmm. Let me think.
I think it's in the bathroom.
Actually, yes.
Please.
I I remember. God, can we just talk about for a second how much they fucking botched Sting's run in WWE and how bad it was?
Mm.
Was also not watching during this time, so
Okay.
I'm sure it was bad because I hear it wasn't long.
Okay, so WrestleMania 31.
Yes.
We get Sting versus Triple H.
First of all, that's strike one right there.
Strike one.
That's
You
strike
said we
one
get
right there.
what? What
Sting
did we
versus
get?
Triple H.
At what?
WrestleMania.
Oh wow. Okay. Was this long hair Triple H or bald Triple H?
Balger. This is 31, so this is like a couple years ago.
Okay.
WrestleMania 31. And keep in mind, this is the same. This is the same card where we had Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Oh,
We
wow.
could have had Taker versus Sting at WrestleMania.
And this was the year after the streak was broken. So it ain't
After
like
after the
it wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, of course, it was a big deal to have a taker match. Don't get me wrong, but Bray Wyatt didn't need to take this pin right here.
Yeah,
like,
that's definitely fair.
and it's like why didn't you have Bray break the streak a year before?
Was Bray on the 30 card? Was he?
Yeah,
Was he
he
involved
fought
with Cena?
Cena. Remember?
He did fight Cena. You're right.
She jobbed the Cena.
He jobbed the Cena that year.
He dropped Cena.
He did.
I mean, yeah, he did. Ooh, you
I
okay?
remember. Then the next year, Rusev jobbed the Cena when I thought Rusev was the next guy up.
I mean, WWE's track record, they've done like the whole big foreign heel coming in, having a run. That never sells me. So I never really
Which
saw Rusev as the guy.
I only saw it because the motherfucker he was tapping everybody out and he was wrestling with no feet, with no socks, no shoes.
And
He
he
was
was a
putting
real,
his toes on
yeah.
people's back and
My man was,
spreading his
was
toes.
I mean, Umaga did that like 10 years before him. So
I know. Even still, I don't care. I thought it was so cool. He was stomping niggas out and kept clutching them. It was great. I thought it was fantastic. That's the best. That's the best. I guess if you want to call him Miro, because his name is Miro now in AEW. I feel like that's the best he's ever been in wrestling in general.
yeah.
But to go
Oh yeah.
back to the point we were talking about was
Sting and Triple H.
Sting and Triple H. And do we remember the storyline coming up to that?
Dude, the
Because I do.
story. Yeah, okay, so because Sting had showed up at Survivor Series
Yep.
and he costed the Authority the match.
Hmm. Fantastic match, by the way. At that Survivor
Fantastic
Series
match.
match.
It's too bad they just fucking made it irrelevant the next night. Like they
They
just undid
literally did.
everything.
By the time they got to Mania, that none of that mattered anymore.
None of that mattered.
None of it.
Okay, so now you got Triple H, mad at Sting for that. They're fighting, and then they just turn the whole match into this big clusterfuck of WCW, WWE, NWO versus DX shit.
And he was
And
fighting
it's like
against the NWO.
it
Why
made that
were they helping him?
no sense. It made no bro. The
Wait,
NWO was Sting's biggest op back in the day.
so
Why the fuck are they helping Sting at WrestleMania?
it didn't make any fucking sense. Why is Kevin Nash, who's noted friends with Triple H, to click all that shit, right? I know he wasn't in DX or whatever. He's friends with Triple H though, right?
Right.
Why is he helping Sting?
Why are they helping Sting? It makes no sense.
He fucking oh my God. And then Triple H fucking won.
And that's the part that pissed me off the most. Triple H won the damn match.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like why would you bring him here just to bury him?
Oh, we got to get one more over WCW brothers.
Much. That's what it felt like.
And prior in that time frame, because remember we were watching at the same time. Who the fuck was asking for Triple H versus Sting? What was the one match
Nobody.
you wanted?
Nobody.
Nobody. We wanted Undertaker versus Sting at fucking WrestleMania. They're both over 50 at this point. You got to do it as soon as possible, and you don't do it. I think they were trying to wait till the next year to do it. Why? Just get out the way now.
Hey,
No, like,
bro, blame Vince. Vince ain't want to do it, bro. Blame Vince.
Oh yeah,
bro,
it's wrong.
that's the thing. It's like I want to say WWE fucking lacks fucking foresight to do shit like that, but then again, we got fucking once and twice in a lifetime. So clearly, if they really want to do something, they can do it long term.
If if you wanted to blow off the fucking Triple H thing, then you could have done that in fucking Royal Rumble. Something like that. That's a big board. Fine. That's a good match to settle there. But Undertaker versus Sting, and the fact that they robbed us from that, we never got that match. We'll never get that match.
Fucking Triple H comes after that fucking bullshit Terminator entrance.
That's one thing about Triple H. I will give him credit though. He always had the coolest entrances at most of his WrestleManias.
Man, that shit takes up like 5 minutes of the show.
It does. It does. But
Yeah, like that's the thing about Triple H is you can literally see his ego with every WrestleMania entrance.
Oh, absolutely. Y'all remember what year was it where the shit like the ice had like kind of
Burned
something was
him.
burning him? Yes. Was it that?
Oh yeah, that was 29.
Hey, that's a man's
And
man right
I
there.
thought
He
I
went
thought
through the
that was
burns.
oh no, never mind. I'm thinking about Taker. Because I was about to say I thought that was an elimination chamber match, but I remember Taker got burned, and while he was standing in the chamber, they was like throwing water to him.
I remember that, and he still went through the match too. Ain't no fucking way. But to finish that card, we did have the greatest cash in of all time with Seth Rollins.
the greatest
And
cash
then
in.
Brock
Well,
Lesnar.
you know, I know that that's universally claimed as the greatest cash in,
Mhm.
but I'm still biased. I think the greatest cash in will forever be the first cash in.
Edges.
Wait,
Yeah, because it
wait,
is.
which was what?
Edge cashing on John Cena after the
Oh,
Elimination
dude.
Chamber.
Dude, the
The heat.
reason why that was so awesome for me is
Mhm.
because it's literally like, bro, John Cena is not allowed to win. He had a tag team in there against him. They busted him up, and the freaking president comes out to be like, it's not even like a regular cash in, like they hit the music. Vince came out there and was like, ooh, didn't see this coming. Well, hey Ed, you want to handle this?
Yeah, especially with that, we had never seen it before, so we didn't know what to expect coming from the Money in the Bank at the time.
Like it
It's
was
obviously kind of watered down at this point, but that was
it's
so cool. We hated
so
Edge.
good. We like that truly felt like the ultimate opportunity. Like that's what coined ultimate opportunities for him. Like
Absolutely.
that forever did it for him.
And if we're gonna, and not to get off topic on these Money in Banks, but I will throw out one more Money in the Bank that I thought was really iconic was Dolph Ziggler, because that pop was chef's kiss.
Dolph is like I think third all time best.
Yeah,
If I had to
because the
rank it,
pop alone.
I'd go Edge, Seth, and then Dolph.
But all right, James, you said you had another terrible moment for us, brother. What you got? All right. Well, oh yeah,
But
he did get it. I just seen it. But
hey, well, come on, guys. We're a fair show here. Let's give the ladies some love. Favorite women's WrestleMania match, if you got one.
ooh, I forgot one. Let me think real quick because I know there's some good ones. Honestly, and I mean it's recency bias, but I'd say Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. That match was
That was a
fantastic.
good one.
The main event, night one was it? First main.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really good match. That was Bianca's. You know what I'm saying. One thing about Bianca Belair, I always love about she is a big match performer. She always comes out for her like the whatever mania, whatever big match she's in. She always performs every single time. And then Sasha Banks is probably top three women's wrestler of all time in terms of work rate. I will say because I don't necessarily think I in the pantheon of the four horsewomen. I honestly think she's like the third best one, but her work
Sasha.
rate is yeah, but her work rate is up is like easily number one.
I feel like it's her charisma for me that
She
elevates her.
has it. She has it, but I don't know. I look at Bailey and I look at Charlotte Flair as just. I think Charlotte Flair is a total package. I think she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. But
I mean, it's the queen. Come on now.
yeah, like she It's her
I
aura.
mean, literally, Charlotte Flair was literally bred for this. Like she was,
Literally.
I feel like she was conceived with the intention of being the greatest women's wrestler of all time. One
Of
day,
all time. Another big match performer. All her interest, like when she comes out, you know shit's real. It's Charlotte Flair. It's a big deal. Do you think, on a side, do you think she breaks her dad's record? I don't know.
who?
Do you think she breaks her dad's record?
Of title wins,
Yeah.
I could see it. I could see it easy.
I was thinking she's at like 13 right now, right? Yeah, she's 13. But what about you, bro? You got a women's match for us?
One of my personal favorites, man, freaking Trish Stratus versus Mickey James.
That was a really good match.
And
That was definitely a
dude,
really good match.
dude,
I just realized I was muted for a good portion of the time, and I was just talking, and I was like, "Wow, these guys just aren't listening to me." But now I just realized I was muted. I am so sorry, you guys.
You're good.
I don't know when I muted myself, to be honest, because I think I was saying a lot.
Like, what the fuck?
oh, what did you hear the question?
Oh yeah, the women. No, I heard everything you guys were saying.
Oh,
um,
we just can't hear you.
yeah, no, right. So you said what the women's matches? In a
Yeah,
way, I'll just go off of what you said because honestly, dude, I don't think I have. I won't
fair.
lie to you. Like,
Yes,
especially not one off the top of the dome, bro. I cannot think of one. But I will say the Mickey James and Trish Stratus one.
you just
I
said
mean,
it.
we're not gonna ignore the things that we've seen in that match, are we?
No, not at all, brother.
Yeah, that's the thing to me that kind of gets it. Because I don't know, dude. If we're looking at it from, I mean, yes, women are hot and blah blah blah. But if we're looking at it from like a strictly wrestling point, I don't want to see somebody put their hand in someone's crotch and then lick their hand, bro. I'm not trying to see none of that.
Yeah, it's cinema. It's pure cinema.
But
That's not the
look,
kind of cinema that I want to watch.
but bro, they edited it out of the network, so it ain't like you ain't shit now.
Man, we knew what was going on.
we knew, we knew. They tried to erase it. We know.
Um,
Like honestly, the build for that match was good too.
Mhm.
Like
Yes,
because
it was.
I remember when Mickey James first debuted.
Mhm.
Like when she was like yeah just a fan whatever.
Mhm.
And then like to see her like slowly just go crazy over Trish. I'm like yo this chick's really insane.
Trish, I'm in love with you.
like yeah like when she kissed her under the mistletoe. I ain't gonna lie, my little horny ass was I was in it.
I think we were all like that, brother. We're all like 10, 11, not even knowing what that really meant.
Not even know what it meant, but I was like, ooh.
Ooh,
And that was another example. I was just like, I'm glad I'm not watching this at my stepmom's house because
appreciate
that
that.
got canceled.
I'd say another good women's match. Again, I hate to just to be recency, but I feel like in the last couple of years, obviously the women have definitely stepped their game up. Last year's Charlotte and Rhea Ripley match was really, really good. The story itself, maybe not the best, but the actual match I thought was absolutely fantastic. It easily could have. It's hard to argue that should have main event for the Usos and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but in terms of match quality, it definitely could have.
what match?
Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte for last year, and plus
Oh
Rhea
yeah,
got her get back. Thank God from losing that first time in Mania a couple years ago.
yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'd like to say that Ladies' Night is over. I do have another horrible WrestleMania moment match.
Please.
Um, the reason why I think this one is bad is because I feel like it could have happened anywhere else. It did not need to take up a time slot on WrestleMania. I shouldn't have been waiting for a main event match and then having to know that this match was on the card to watch it. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, you didn't like it?
For what it was, when I was watching it, it was entertaining. Stuff was happening. But then, like, just the more I think about it, I'm like, WrestleMania?
Yeah,
WrestleMania?
that could have
You have
been
someone
easily.
like Sami Zayn, seeing what Sami Zayn can do. WrestleMania, Johnny Knoxville. It literally
Hey,
turned into it looked like a freaking video game where freaking Johnny Knoxville just kept using all his abilities, and when he was getting beat up, his abilities were on cooldown or something. But I just don't, and that's another thing, like the pairing of the two. Why do they even care about each other?
yeah, the storyline in itself was like it was Johnny Knoxville coming in. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna mess with you, Sami Zayn." Something like that. It was so stupid. And then he brings all the jackass shit in. He should have never. Oh,
I'm
like you
gonna go
said,
AFK for a second.
the fact that you have to waste a WrestleMania slot on that. I'm glad Sammy got his because without that, who knows if they even believe in Sammy and put him in these other spots. But damn, why was that
What
the
I'm
same
saying, like,
entrance?
he literally, I mean, after that, Sammy kind of went straight into stardom because, the bloodline stuff and all that,
Yeah.
whatever. But are you telling me this man got a push because he beat Johnny Knoxville? Is that because?
I mean, if that's your way of making it up to him, sure. But we should never have to do that to begin with. Sami Zayn's always
Yeah,
been a star. Y'all just didn't know
I
how to
should have
fucking
had to
use him.
sit through that.
No, God no. 100% on that. Like the match itself was fun, but the story that it told and the fact that Sami Zayn had to take a pin, I get exactly what you're saying. Like it was fun to see, but we didn't have to do that.
Like that, and that's what I'm saying, bro. WrestleMania.
The showcase of the immortals.
At the very least, what we could have did, bro. At the very least, y'all could have put this man. Y'all could have put this man on freaking. Y'all could have did the pre-show.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real, bro.
I think the pre-show that year. No, it wasn't that year. But I remember one pre-show one year was like Neville and Austin Aries. A match like that definitely could have been on the card because that match was fantastic. But we got Sami Zayn and jackass shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I'm
No,
sorry, bro. Do I want that? No, I don't.
no, sir. All right,
Honestly,
boys.
I think that's another Mania. To be honest, that was kind of booty for the most part.
Yeah, because was that 38?
That was that was like what 38.
I will say that year. Well, if we want to talk about a good moment real quick, I love the fact that Stone Cold came out that year and wrestled.
I was so
That
surprised.
that was a
And
delight.
That was
and
absolutely
I'm gonna be the negative one about it.
okay.
I'll be honest. I've gone on record and said this before. I respect what he does in the ring. Think he's a great performer. Character wise, his promo work, and just overall, I've never been the biggest Kevin Owens guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just, I don't know. He's just not, I don't know. He doesn't do it for me. And I'm not
Well,
sure. I'm not sure if it's in his presentation. Like he doesn't look like a believable guy to me, or whatever. But I've never been too sold on Kevin Owens. Even when he first debuted, was never too sold on him.
I will say this
So,
because
so the fact that they gave Kevin Owens a Stone Cold match. You know, I haven't seen Stone Cold wrestle a legit match in years. Out of all the people I would have loved to see Stone Cold get in the ring with, even given his limited ability at the time, the fact that you gave it to KO, I'm just like, I could have made some better matchups in my head.
But Ty, he
I
was
could have,
talking shit about Texas.
huh?
He was talking shit about Texas though.
He got a match because he turned into SpongeBob. Texas is.
The Chiefs. What you say about Texas?
Yeah,
But
I
no,
actually thought it was a real treat having Stone Cold. Because you think it's just going to be a little glorified promo. Stone Cold's going to come out, blah blah
Yeah, like
blah,
I
stunned.
thought it was gonna be like a segment, you know,
yeah. And then they
not
had
a
But with
whole
what they
match.
did, bro, it could have been James Ellsworth, and I would have been like Stone Cold.
Yeah,
that
don't get me wrong, it was great because it was Stone Cold wrestling. Like damn, who was wrestling against is Stone Cold. But I'm just like, Kevin
that
Owens.
match was that match was more hardcore than the Brock Lesnar Dean Ambrose match.
Oh yeah, for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
But just to not even to argue your point, because I respect your opinion on Kevin Owens. I would just say, as a guy that watched him from the indie scene as Kevin Steen, that's when I first got introduced to him. And I remember this storyline of him in ROH. That I thought he was the baddest motherfucker. And then I heard he signed with NXT. And then his first night in, after Sami Zayn wins the world title, he destroys Sami Zayn. I'm like, this guy's fucking money. And then he comes down a month later and destroys Cena. This guy is fucking money. I love Kevin Owens, but they kind of will stop and start with him a lot of times throughout the years. I don't know. I love seeing him get a WrestleMania main event. I will say that because I feel like he deserved it. He's definitely one of those guys for me. He's up there for me.
I,
Moveset,
I'm
character
sorry. Go
work.
ahead.
No, you're good. I was gonna say moveset, character work. Um, if anything, I kind of wish he was more of a. I wish he was in the Attitude Era because I feel like they would have definitely. He could have capitalized more on this than this PG shit that he has to go through. But
Exactly. I feel like that's
mm,
probably one of his greatest drawbacks is the fact that
mhm,
he's in the WWE, so he has to appeal to the WWE formula.
mhm,
One of the main things about that formula, which I'm kind of tired of, is bro, it's like Logan Paul brought up. Like Kevin Owens is not a guy who every time he gets in the pool he has to put a shirt on. I understand he has a gut, but
mhm.
dude,
I don't think I've ever seen his shirt come off in any match.
Nope.
I want to see
Here,
his character.
I'll
I,
help you, Judge. If you stop trying, I'm not gonna help you.
I'm convinced that there's somewhere in his contract that says he has to wrestle for so long.
No, yeah, I'm absolutely positive about that.
I mean,
But
Samoa Joe's bigger than him.
so tired of that. Like, especially Dom too. Like, bro, does he have a freaking swastika on his dang chest? I'm sorry,
That's
PG.
Jesus. We'll edit that out. But
Yeah, I'd say that's not making the cut.
Does he
hey,
have
hey,
something really bad on his chest that he can not
for,
that people don't want to see that would offend people?
for the Patreons, we'll have a explicit version of the podcast available.
Christmas and birthday will be on the feature.
Oh my gosh. I was about to
Tomorrow's
say,
more.
yeah, invite me to those episodes.
That's gonna be the sell. That's how we get them in there. You want episodes with James? Get on the Patreon.
Use the Patreon, bro. If you want to hear what this man's got to say, because it's not going to be nice. But I would agree. I'm agreeing with Torian on this one. Kevin Owens for me what quickly became one of my favorite wrestlers. It was I like the attitude, I just liked everything about him. And it's just that he didn't care, bro. Like I just feel like if Kevin Owens just dodged, well, not dodged WWE, but be in WWE a little bit. But if Kevin Owens joined AEW just a little bit earlier, dude, I
I
really
feel like
feel
you
like
like him
he
more
could have
now.
did some great stuff.
Oh yeah, because that's more the indie style where he came
Mhm.
from. So yeah, he would be going back to his roots.
Yeah, you can tell the change. You know what I'm saying? You can feel the change when he went to WWE.
If you ever get some time, Todd, just go back and watch any Kevin Steen versus El Generico match.
I mean, I've seen his Ring of Honor stuff.
Oh, you seen some stuff? Yeah. Not trying to convince you. I understand. You know, so you have your opinion. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, listen, my opinion's about Kevin Owens, not about Kevin Steen though.
fair. Fair. We're talking about
Fair.
Kevin Owens. I think that is very fair.
Fair.
All right, boys. Well, to end this nice show we've been going on with so far, how about I pose you guys one question before we go.
Okay.
Dream WrestleMania matchup
That we never got.
Ooh.
that we never got. You can say that never got,
Mm.
except Sting versus Taker.
Oh yeah. Um. Damn, that's a good one.
If you want,
I've definitely thought of this before.
if you guys want me to start, I got one for you.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, hit us.
I would say I would take the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns from like WrestleMania 37 when he stacked Edge and Bryan and put him against Prime Cena. And I'd like to see who comes out with that. I'm talking about like WrestleMania 23 Cena. Because I feel like those matches that they had like in the last couple of years, it's an older Cena, so it's not gonna be as good. I feel like those matches would have killed. I really do. Even with the bloodline. It's the Super Cena conquer the bloodline. This was Super Cena, man. Like, this was you hit this motherfucker's car and he still kicked it.
I say yes. Super Cena would have conquered the bloodline.
I think so too. I just think that storyline, that build up for that match, that would have been a fantastic match.
I would definitely say I agree that Cena would have did it because he would have been the person. Cena would have been the clear answer. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like that's what they're trying to build Cody up to be right now. But obviously, it didn't come without no time. Like Cody had to establish himself for real. But I mean, John Cena. The reason why John Cena was there is because he was the clear answer. He was the easy answer. Well, who would do this? Who could do this? Bro, John Cena. You know what I'm saying? And it would just make sense.
And one more, I would say, just from a wrestling perspective, one more I'll throw out there for you guys. Bret Hart versus Daniel Bryan. That, from a technical standpoint, would have give the boys 25 minutes an hour.
No, yeah, that one. You make it an Iron Man match.
You got to make it an Iron Man match. Give him an hour. I think they could pull it off.
Give him 3.
Give him 3. Give him the whole show. They're wrestling the whole show.
Whatever time y'all have left, just give it to him.
Now, this is a match that we did get, and we got several times, but we never got it at WrestleMania. And I feel like at the peak of both of their popularity, this match would have been crazy. Imagine Yes Movement Daniel Bryan versus 2011 CM Punk.
Okay.
The beard versus the best.
The beard versus the best. That's a bang. I mean, that's a banger right there because they did have
already got the dang name.
Like, you remember that No Way Out match they had like those during that time? Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
that was good.
The match Over the Limit was good. Like they had to get matches together, but I'm talking about at the peak of both of their pop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because 2011 Punk, that man had the whole world in his hands. No doubt about it. Yes Movement. Daniel Bryan had the whole wrestling world in his hands.
Like, people outside of wrestling were doing the Yes Man. I remember seeing that on like ESPN and shit. Like, that's when I started to see like wrestling kind of transcend power circle a little bit.
Like,
so
I could just imagine the build, you know. Who's truly the best wrestler in the world? Like, oh my god.
I'm here to prove that I'm the best.
Man, that should have been the main event of WrestleMania 30. Punk versus Bryan.
What did no? I was about to say that was the year that Punk walked out. I was about to say, what did Punk do that year? That was the year he
They
walked
want
out.
they wanted him to fight Triple H at Mania that year.
And I don't even know if he was going to win, but I don't blame him at that point
Yeah,
because
no,
like already,
he was probably supposed to lose, so Punk said, "Fuck it."
even if he was supposed to win, I still would have said fuck it because I mean y'all had him kill my fucking momentum 2 years ago when I was really supposed to be the man, and now you want me to no fuck that. I don't blame Punk at all. I hate the way he went about it, but I said fuck that too.
I mean, really, there's only one way to go about it.
Yeah,
if you're being real.
somebody faked an injury. Second, fuck this shit. Yeah, what the fuck?
I guess, I mean, and it's really hard. It's really hard for me because there's so many different freaking like dream matches. I can't personally say that I've ever really thought back and was like, dang man, I wish we got this match. I wish we got this match. But I mean, the clearest one that comes out to my head is one that they've already done, and they've done it twice. But if it was, I just banged my head. I'm sorry.
Jesus, brother.
If I had, dude, if I had to freaking do it, I would okay taken Prime John Cena. I would have did Prime Cena versus Prime Rock, dude. I'm talking about like '90s heel Rock,
I used
like
to say,
walk shades and everything. To just put that against, and I'm not even necessarily saying Super Cena. I'm saying because John Cena went through a point where he was when he became Super Cena, he basically became Superman. Like, oh, must do everything for the purpose of good, hustle, loyalty, and respect. Eat your vegetables. I'm not talking about that Cena. I'm talking about the Cena that was feuding on SmackDown with JBL. I'm talking about the Cena that was over here coming out against, well, who was it? It was like Kurt Angle, Booker T, Big Show. I'm pretty sure JBL was in there too. When he just came out, he
Renegade.
just roasted all of them. I'm talking about like a-hole Cena, like bro could destroy you on the mic Cena. You know what I'm saying? That one versus The Rock, I feel like y'all could have did something with that for a while.
Like the corporate rock.
Not even necessarily the corporate Rock, but yeah, I'll throw the corporate Rock in there. I mean, because yeah, I mean, it would make more sense if like corporate Rock was the heel against that John Cena. I just feel like y'all could have did some stuff with that. You know what I mean? Y'all could have really did.
No, I agree with you there because I feel like an actual story as opposed to I'm a
Yeah,
legend and you're the current guy, so that's why we're gonna have a match at Mania. But like an actual like build and storyline to that would have made. Yeah, I agree. John Cena versus The Rock. Oh, that's no CTV.
yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you'd be waiting the whole show just to see their segment at the end of the match. I can see freaking Rock saying that he's gonna be there. Cena comes out, and then right before the Rock's gonna come out, he shows up on the Titantron. You really think I was gonna waste my time and come out there to see you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah.
No, I'm with you on that one because honestly, the way that they're booking The Rock now against Cody, like even if you take this Rock now and put that up against that scene, that's fucking money.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I'm a really big fan of early Cena. I'm a really big fan of early Rock, and obviously, it wasn't gonna happen because time and everything. I mean, even when they did their feud, it was good, but like you were saying, there wasn't really a story other than the fact of Rock's coming back. Cena don't like that.
That's and then the next year was Cena won the Royal Rumble and Rock champion for some reason. So
Yeah.
but that's about
Not,
it.
I mean, not even. I mean, the match would be total ass. But you know how WWE just loves like having moments. Imagine if we could have got Cena versus like Hogan.
Oh God.
I mean,
See, that's my thing. I don't feel like the story would be as interesting if it was Hulk and Cena.
it'd have to be heel Cena because I can't see any variation unless it was like Hollywood Hulk Hogan that was in WCW.
Yeah, like what would that even look like? Like why would they be fighting? What would be
Now,
the
I will say, because to his credit, Hulk Hogan in Japan was a hell of a wrestler. I don't know why the WWE he sucked with, but the Japan version of him was supposedly very good.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, I'm not even talking about it for like we already know the match would be ass.
Right.
We don't got to discuss the match. Just
But just
imagine on
spectacle.
WrestleMania, you got Hulk Hogan and John Cena standing across each other. Like just that moment would be so big and monumental.
No, I see what you're saying though, because they do that like they did with Rock and Hogan. Like
Yeah,
when you go back and think about that match, you think about the stare down. You don't think about the match. I don't
yeah.
even know who fucking
You
won.
think about the yeah, and they show that clip so many times.
Oh, what Hulk and The Rock?
Yeah,
I mean, come on, dude, that was cold.
It was, bro. It really was. And then Rock and Cena did it later on. Then Cena and
yeah,
Roman did it.
It'll
yeah.
never
Then
be
you
as
had
Cena and
good.
Roman
Never
Cena
be
and
as
Roman
good as
definitely doesn't.
Rock Hogan.
oh no, hell no. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just
Like
saying
that truly felt like a crossover event. Like
It
you
really
felt
did. Like
you felt two different generations coming together at one time.
it was definitely a universal collision because it's like wow, I feel like I'm looking at the future and the past at the same.
but like you said, just to put those boys, some of those boys, that should tell you about these matches. Just be able to put some of those boys in their prime would have been because we could have got the story and the match.
Okay, but let's be fair then. Let's be fair because we're all for nostalgia when that happens. Let's just really quick try to run through and do a freaking best match. I mean, dream match with current wrestlers like right now.
Current wrestlers right now that we haven't
Yeah,
seen
dream
yet.
match. Dream match. Yeah, we haven't seen yet.
Do they
WWE.
have to be do they have to be in WWE?
Yeah, I was about to say that has to be WWE guys.
Yes, because we're talking about WrestleMania.
Fair enough. I love it. Oof. Okay. Give
Yeah,
me.
not now.
That's a one. Give me. I'm gonna throw a curveball out at you guys because they're actually really young. Give me Braun Breaker versus Brock. If Brock ever comes back, give me Braun Breaker versus Brock. And
Mm,
Braun Breaker
Oh, my
destroys
only
Nail.
problem with that. My only problem with that is because it's not like with nostalgia because it's not prime Brock. If it was prime
Oh,
Brock,
yeah.
inject steroids into my eyes. I'm watching that. But Brock now, I don't feel like it would. I don't feel like it. I feel like Braun, because of his status, he would have to adhere to everything that Brock wants to do and is gonna do. So I feel like the match just wouldn't be as good. I just feel like it wouldn't be as good.
But give me okay. Let me swap out Brock then. Let me say Braun. Let me say Braun versus Cody. Actually,
Okay.
Braun Breaker versus Cody Rhodes, which could honestly, that could be a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker versus Cody Rhodes. I think that'd be maybe not a 5-star barn burner, but I mean, I'm really high on Braun Breaker right now. So I think
They're
with the
building him.
right
They're building him.
storytelling, they're building that boy. I think they can have a killer match. Absolutely.
I feel like Braun right now just needs to because I mean, isn't he still the NXT tag champion with Baron?
Baron Corbin, yeah.
I feel like he just needs to move away from NXT entirely because that's the only thing in the back of my head that's holding him back. It's like, bro, you're on SmackDown. You're getting these little vignettes. You're fighting jobbers. Like, bro, just be on SmackDown already. Like this weird transitional period. It's like, well, they're obviously waiting for something, but I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, okay, bro, what are you waiting for?
Right, like we okay. Let's get him into a real thing. Like that's all we want to see. Braun Breaker, come on now. Let's give him a real few now.
pull the trigger.
Then please. That guy is money. I'm telling y'all.
Let me raise you one then, Torian, because I think you're gonna like this too.
Okay.
Ron Breaker, Gunther.
Mm,
Mm.
Mm,
that's money.
mm,
Everybody
mm.
together. Mm.
Yeah, I was about to say let's put some respect on one of the greatest wrestlers alive right now, Gunther. Let's be real.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Oh, may I say something?
Yes,
Please.
sir.
Okay, he's now it's cheating a little bit, only because he's not in WWE.
Oh my God.
But I feel like he left right before Gunther's big rise, so like it could have happened, you know, dude.
Yeah.
Gunther Cesaro.
No.
No,
No.
that match
You
would be
wouldn't,
hard hitting as fuck.
you wouldn't want to see it?
I mean, I'd be all right with it, but for me personally, that's a main event of Raw. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you there. There's no story there. I will give you that.
No, not
I
not
will
even
give
the
you
fact that there's no story. And maybe it's just me. Cesaro's great. Cesaro does a lot of awesome things, but I'm not dying to watch Cesaro wrestle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
man. He's. I mean, I respect your opinion. Like, I'm not trying to argue if that's how
of
you
course,
feel.
of course.
But man, fucking Zoro, the biggest crime in the world of my eyes is the fact that man never got the push he deserved. That man can fucking go.
I agree to an extent because yes, he could go, but even for me, he just never. It was all about wrestling. It was never about anything else. Like there was nothing else in his character that's great. Like the coolest thing for me that he ever did was the bar with Sheamus.
Yes.
That
Outside
shit
of his
was great.
wrestling ability,
That shit was great.
outside of that shit was fantastic. But he had a character. Like it was like we're the bar. You know what I'm saying? We're two guys beating shit. Everybody cutting good promos. That was cool. But him by
But
himself,
in all honesty, another good dream match that I feel like that we already got, staying on the Gunther here, dude. The freaking Gunther McIntyre Sheamus match was freaking crazy.
Man, what? Okay, yeah, it is. But I feel like that whole match literally encapsulates the same energy a Gunther Cesaro match would have. For you to say you wouldn't be into it, it is given the same energy.
I agree with you. I
Not
say that
for
gives
me.
same energy.
Not
But
for me personally.
but I
It's
will say this.
all about the hard hitting in the ring. I mean, there wasn't no talking going on. There was no story. It was just we were there for the
Story.
ass kicking.
There was a story.
What
Sheamus
was
and
it?
McIntyre were friends, but they both knew that they had to go through each other just to get to Gunther. And Gunther being a freaking challenge in and of itself, they knew that they couldn't just walk over the other person. So they're just like, bro, I guess we're just gonna all have to do this together, man.
Gunther might be the best wrestler alive right now.
I'm still kind of missing the story though. It sounds like you guys want the title,
It kind of
which is
was
fine.
though.
I mean,
Not
it
Yeah,
was, but
not
it was the fact that
everything needs a story, is what I'm saying. I
no,
just want
but
to see
like
some good damn wrestling.
for me, that match had they had just enough for me to be invested in it and for me to be like, all right, let me see what happens here. Because, like I said, like, of course, people want the title and everything, but it was just the added effect of Sheamus and Drew are super close, but they're going to freaking try to get the title anyway. So, just like I said, just them doing that with the added mix of, well, Gunther's no pushover anyway, so it's not just about me versus you. I mean, I was all there for it.
I will say I'll raise you guys as even 1-4. Fuck it. Put Cesaro in there and make it a fatal four. That shit would slap.
Oh my, that would have that
That
would
was
tell
Not,
the house down.
not in
that would have been crazy.
WWE. Not in WWE because it'd be a two v2 match, bro. Let's be real.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
we got
it'd be a 1v1 match whenever they were ready.
good point. Good
Nah,
point. Yeah,
dude.
that's an AEW match. Please.
There are so many matches I feel like we can say that for would go crazier if it was an AEW. Like
I feel like
even
there's
this is why I'm so happy Will Ospreay didn't sign with WWE. Because like everyone's talking about we want to see Will Ospreay versus Seth Rollins. I agree, that match would be good. It'd be 10 times better if it happened in AEW.
yeah. But in that, hold on. I feel like this is a podcast idea in and itself. Because I feel like, and me personally, and I'm not the biggest AEW guy. I don't watch weekly. I try to catch as much as I can. I just feel like there are certain storylines, certain matches that WWE probably would have done better.
Like what? Give me an example.
I would say, which storyline was that? The meat shit, the Powerhouse Hobbs and the Wardlow storyline. I feel like WWE could have done that better. For a mid-card title, two bruising big motherfuckers that really can't talk. That's why, like, I feel like in AEW's aspect, they don't necessarily know how to hide guys that can't talk. Because Wardlow can't talk for shit. He can't. I'm sorry, he sucks, in my opinion, on the mic. But the fact that they could probably hide that a little bit better than AEW does, AEW just let you go out there with an open mic and just, you know what I'm saying, say whatever the fuck you want. I feel like they could have done it. So they could have controlled it a little bit better. I feel like it's a bigger deal with WWE than AEW.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. But that always comes down to the philosophies of the show.
Exactly.
Like I said,
but that's what I'm getting at. Yeah.
They prioritize the storytelling of wrestling, and AEW is kind of like, we're wrestling first.
We're wrestling first, but sometimes AEW told one of the best stories I've seen in a while with the CM Punk and AJF shit. So
that was oh my god!
even
that was honestly we haven't got it that we haven't had it that good since. That was peak
MJF ain't
storytelling.
been that good since.
Yeah, because two people at that level being able to talk like that, dude, you don't get that a lot, dude. You don't.
Well, boy, I think this is where we're gonna wrap it up. Great episode 2 for the boys. Hopefully, Brother West will be back for episode 3. We're still deciding on what we're gonna talk about for episode 3, but we'll definitely have it.
I'm gonna say we got next. We'll see. WrestleMania is 2 weeks away. So what? Next episode is gonna be the go home episode for Mania.
Yep.
Is that right?
And if you guys are cool with it, I mean, we haven't necessarily discussed a plan. Like, are we gonna watch WrestleMania together?
You guys know my house is always available.
Yes, sir. I was gonna say maybe we find a way to film some content that way too.
Oh shit.
Hey, okay. Yeah, have like some put a camera up and have like some super cuts to it, dude.
You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a good idea.
But I will say, I have to put in a request. I have to fill in an application. I have to run it downtown. I have to go by the courts to get approved by this. But I would like, obviously, to watch WrestleMania with Adeline. But I guess we're just gonna see where that falls. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, brother, let us know how that goes.
Now it can happen.
I'm praying for the best. Hopefully she gets to, because I know she wants to watch it with a daddy. I know she does.
Yeah, bro. Trust me. In a couple years, bro, if we're still doing it, she's gonna be on the podcast.
Oh, absolutely. I got to hear her opinion.
Dude, honestly, that'd be awesome. She has her own little show from the kids' perspective. It's like I understand that everybody right now doesn't like this person, but me being a kid, I actually think he's pretty cool. And let me explain why. Because our opinions when we were kids, some of it's drastically different now. And if we watch, because we're watching technically the same thing that kids are watching, and I'm pretty sure kids are not having the same opinion that we are.
Kids liked Big Dog Roman Reigns. I know. I saw it. They loved that. They loved him.
Yeah, no, they did. Oh my gosh, I saw all those freaking Roman freaking signs being held up by little kids. them
Had no
having his little
punches.
arm thing on. I'm like, guys, stop it.
Not that great, but
This guy is trash.
Oh my
Either way,
god, her first. Go ahead.
we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.